Hi, T. Carlson here, and it's movie review time again. The hat, the jacket, the knapsack, that can only mean one thing. We're talking about Indiana Jones. Unfortunately, I left the whip downstairs, so that'll be a story for another day. Today, we're looking at the Steelbook set of the Indiana Jones films that was released in America through Best Buy stores. So I'm going to do an unboxing of this release, and I'm going to share some of my opinions as well. This review is going to be more of an unboxing than a full-on in-depth review. I'm going to share a few opinions here and there, but it's mostly an unboxing. I'm not going to get too terribly into the technical specs in this video, but let's go ahead and get started. Front cover there, nice silhouette of Harrison Ford as Indy. Got the franchise logo on top, logo on the side as well. Our steelbooks in the package. The artifacts from the films. Bottom's just blank. Now, this, of course, is the backing card that you get when you purchase this. It's on the shrink wrap. Like I always say, you should just throw those out. Now, unfortunately, I gotta get on with my first real disappointment of the set, and that's the packaging of the outer box. This is a cheap cardboard package with, tiny little cardboard dividers. When I bought my Burton Schumacher Batman Steelbook set and my Harry Potter 4K Steelbook set, those had elaborate steel cases with foam that protected the films individually in their cases. And we get this cheap little paper case here, and it's like, why did they cheap out on this one? Also, there are no Blu-ray discs included of the films. The only Blu-ray that's included here is the 5th disc, which includes the bulk of the bonus features. Let's go ahead and unbox the individual steelbooks. First up, Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Or it was, as it was called during its original cinematic release, simply Raiders of the Lost Ark. There's the spine, the Ark of the Covenant on the back. Our 4K disc of the film. And then the inner packaging. I actually really like this. You got Indiana Jones, Marion Ravenwood, Belloc in the background. Got to have a snake to scare our good friend Indy there because he hates snakes. I think this is a beautiful package here and certainly does justice to the film. Raiders of the Lost Ark is probably my favorite of the Indy films. I don't think there's any more iconic scene in the world of cinema than Harrison Ford outrunning that giant boulder in an ancient temple during a failed attempt to retrieve an artifact. Moving on down the list, second in the film series is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Though it was the second released film, it's actually a prequel to Raiders of the Lost Ark because it deals with a different subject altogether. Got the magic stones from the film there. There's our spine. This film, admittedly, is not my personal favorite, though it does have some great action and chase sequences, and Short Round is certainly one of the most endearing characters in the history of the franchise. Got our characters here. This time around, rather than Nazis, the threat came from an evil, murderous cult. And again, the backing art in there looks absolutely gorgeous and certainly does justice to the film it represents. Number 3 in the Indiana Jones series, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. This time, of course, the legendary Sean Connery came on to play Indiana Jones's father, Henry Jones, and there were plenty of great moments to be had here. This one takes the franchise back into the battle against the Nazis and trying to get to artifacts before they came. Sadly, we just lost Sean Connery not too long ago, one of my all-time favorite actors, certainly the greatest actor to ever portray the character of James Bond, and I'm really glad they got him to come into this franchise, even if just for one film. Here's our artwork featuring some of the characters and locations that are visited in the film. And of course, the art on the back is the Holy Grail, which is the artifact they're searching for here, the cup that Christ drank from at the Last Supper that can supposedly grant immortality. And the fourth and thus far final film in the franchise, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which came about 2 decades after Last Crusade. This one gets a lot of hate, but honestly, I don't hate. I think it's pretty entertaining, and it really carries on the B-movie traditions of the earlier films. It just shifts to a 1950s setting rather than 1930s. The package does come with digital copies there. These will probably be giveaways in a future video. 2 discs in this Steelbook. First one, of course, being the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull disc. And the second one being our Blu-ray disc, which is the special features. Most of the special features from earlier releases are included in this set. However, not all of them are here. We get, I would say, probably the bulk of the stuff from earlier releases, but sadly not every single thing. I mean, personally, I wish they would have included some new bonus features because everything that's here, unfortunately, is previously released. So, overall feelings on this set, aside from the very poorly done outer box, the individual Steelbooks are beautiful. Picture quality in this set is to die for, with the addition of HDR, in addition to the new masters and so forth. The films look absolutely gorgeous. I'm disappointed there's no Blu-ray discs here, you know, for the people that don't yet have 4K players but might want to upgrade and future-proof their collections. And overall, it's the upgrade that you would expect from the early releases of these movies, and I do mean that in the best of ways. Are you a fan of the Indiana Jones series? Have you yet picked up this 4K Steelbook set? Comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Also remember to subscribe to this channel because I'm always posting new content, and give this video a like if you found it helpful or interesting. I'm Taylor T. Carlson, and I will see you next time.